Welcome to today's episode, guys. We are here at Pro Motorsports here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hey guys, we usually take one episode at a time, one client at a time, but today's episode is very interesting and unique, and we're gonna take it all in one and bring it all to you. What inspired the idea was when I first originally started writing my book, I envisioned it where I get all sorts of clientele that come in my chair, and I get to hear the most amazing stories from every individual person. And I feel like, you know, I interview people every day, all day, every 30 minutes. So the idea came about of being able to interview the everyday people of everyday life, and just finding the ordinary, beautiful people and finding out what they're unique and special in. Because we're all special and we're all talented in something. Introduce yourself, who you are, what you do.
Jim Lewis, Pro Motorsports. I am the wizard behind the curtain.
I like that, the wizard behind the curtain.
Try to hide out so people don't mess with me. So yeah, we've been in business for 25 years. We do more professional athletes than any place on the planet.
I remember that.
We've done 685 athletes to date.
Okay, so, wow, that's a lot of athletes.
So, like, what's here at the shop currently, Tim Clark, PGA golfer, DeAndre Hopkins, All-Pro wide receiver, Aaron Judge, New York Yankee. I have to start looking around now.
I'm guessing a lot of these guys are your personal friends from this point now.
Yeah,
you know.
After a while, we got Rudy Gaze, Utah Jazz is here.
Okay.
Let's see what else is here. Vinny Castilla, Silver Slugger, Colorado Rockies. Got a truck that I owned that was built by Boyd Coddington. Any old people will remember that name. Hot rod people.
Okay.
See what else is out here. I'll have to turn around.
Go for it.
Sorry, we forget.
Go for it.
Eric Young Jr. That's his Jeep back there.
Okay.
Just bought that yesterday. He played for a long time, and now he's the first base coach of the Washington Nationals. Cody Ross was a longtime MLB player, played for the Giants and Diamondbacks. It's his golf cart over there.
Nice.
Everything to do with cars. So actually, let's back up. What does our business specialize in?
Yes.
Experience.
Experience.
If we're going to deliver an over-the-top experience, and our vessel is cars. So if somebody is, wants a car, they want it customized to their like, whether it's Chris Paul or DeMar DeRozan or, one of the baseball players or football player, they come to us and they say, here's the car I want, go find it and do everything to it. Or this is a car that my family's had, redo it, whether it's an old resto mod or if it's a brand new Lamborghini Urus. It says, go find it and make it my own.
So you must have had some kind of reputation before.
No, the reputation is like come through, because we don't advertise. So the reputation has come through word of mouth, which is the best advertisement you can possibly have.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, yeah, we kind of started off as an accident, and it's turned into quite a business. It's turned into something pretty cool. We've got, one or two players on pretty much every team in every league.
That's really cool.
Started on an accident. Tell us the story.
So, long time ago, I was with a friend of mine that had an appearance at a Kansas City Chiefs game. And they put us by pro player parking. We're not doing any, I didn't know who it was, where we were parked at. After the game, a guy came out my size. I'm not that big. I'm 6'2", 225. I don't look like an NFL player. The guy came out my size and goes, hey, who did your car? And I was like, I did it. And he goes, no, not who picked it out, who did it? I was like, I did it. And the guy was like, all right, I want you to take my number, I'll call you tomorrow. He called me the next day, and it rolled from there. So he was a strong safety for the Kansas City Chiefs. We built a Tahoe, just like the one that I had. So this is so long ago, Tahoe, the biggest wheels on the planet were 18-inch. It was a long time ago. Yeah, and then once we delivered that, I was getting ready to go back overseas and play some more. And that guy's name was Jerome Woods. And then his teammate, Reggie Tung, called me, which was an all-pro cornerback, called and says, hey, I got a Mustang. Will you build it for me? And then it just kind of went like that. And then went to baseball players with the Royals. And then as the guys got traded and stuff, and then the basketball players started coming to us because I played basketball. And now we've got, out of the NBA, we've got 11 out of the last 13 number 1 picks in our cars. But we'll work for anybody. They don't have to be an athlete. Even if somebody just wants a window tint, come see us. I love that.
So what were you doing at the time professionally when?
I was playing basketball.
You were playing basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that really counts as a real job or not.
It
But
does, right? You're getting
yeah,
paid.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, it's turned into, we've got shops in multiple states, and it's cool. It's my job to go play with cars and go to basketball and baseball games and football games.
I love that.
And at that point, was working on cars just kind of like a hobby?
Yeah.
Or so you were done because you love the car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever think about professionally? Or
No.
You were like, okay.
No, are you? No. So
Kind of just found you.
my parents both have doctorates. I got one brother that's a ER doctor. The other one is an attorney. I'm the only one in the family that doesn't own a doctorate. Yeah, no, that was not the pathway that was set out.
I love it.
But it worked out perfect.
Yeah, man. It looks like you guys are killing it.
So, Jim, if you can go back to your past and change 3 things, what would you change? And a lot of people say nothing a lot of times, but it has to be 1 or 2 things.
You know, I get where they're coming from because everything got you to where you're at. And if
Exactly.
you're happy where you're at, you know, I wouldn't change things.
That's very
I
true.
mean, you know, I wouldn't change anything about the business other than the fact that I would have bet on myself at an earlier date to try and ramp it up.
I like that.
Bet on yourself. Yeah, like if there's any
that.
advice you can give to somebody, bet on yourself. I mean, nobody's going to work harder than you will if that's what you really want to do.
Ain't no slowing down, I'm chasing, getting what I want. Ain't no other way for me, this rap shit all I know. Ain't no other way for you, now you always gotta go. Ain't no shit like
How long you been
my
here?
life never saw my soul.
Several months, maybe 4 or 5.
Nice. How you liking it?
I love it. I think part of it is just all the really cool cars. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Hell yeah.
Talent down. After all the days I'm gone, used to hear my sign. What you been about?
What do you do for fun?
All that time we spent up
I DJ on the side,
DJ?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
all kinds of music.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, more on the Spanish side.
Like Latin.
Yeah, more like that.
Like salsa, merengue.
You know some of that, huh? That's the club that you go to.
Mariachi music. What's your favorite?
I don't know, like some. I don't even know how you call in Spanish. See?
How do you say it in Spanish for our Spanish speakers that are out there? Come on, man.
Some cumbia, bro. Some really dancing music.
Okay. Like Cuban?
It's close but different.
Okay. More body and hip movement. Me. Vato in the back. Damn, he wants me to put Vato Paisa in the back.
I think. You gonna get a haircut?
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like you need one.
Yeah, I've been needing like I went to the dude and I was like, you know, above the fingers. I wanted prickly, and I don't know what he already did. Just like did the exact opposite. I got it. Eyebrows. What are your thoughts on Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, what is your thoughts on Vanilla Ice?
Did you like Vanilla Ice?
Do you know who Vanilla Ice is?
Hell no.
Do you?
Ice,
honestly,
baby.
yeah, okay,
That's right.
Well, he's a DJ.
No,
You should
no,
know.
look. For the bonus question, name a second song he sings.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I don't think anybody does.
Right.
Let's see, what's the second one?
I don't know, you can't Google it.
Season, I get what I want, don't let me catch up. I shoot shit up so accurate, hit you when you're back up. This is crunch time, I ain't waiting for no fucking handout. Ain't no slowing down, I'm chasing, getting what I want. Ain't no other way for me, this rap shit all I know. Ain't no other way for you, now you always gotta go. Ain't no cell I gave you my life.
So, what is a few skills you want to pick up while you're here?
I want to learn more about like how to work on the actual like engine, so I can actually like work on my own car and not have to worry about like if something like breaks, I can find the problem and stuff like that. So I still haven't got like down how to find the problem and get to the main thing.
To identify what
Yeah, to
problem
identify
is and stuff like that.
Yeah,
True. That's important.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Puerto Rican. I like cars.
Okay, Puerto Rican and like cars. How long you been here for?
Couple months.
What do you do?
Well, right now I do everything. Almost everything I do.
Well, you know, everything is such a broad. Can you tell us exactly what
So-
everything is?
So, I do mechanic. I do sound systems.
Electrical,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Wheels, tires. Almost everything. The thing that is making me happy is like I build myself. I didn't take it to nobody, I just do it.
Pride.
It's like
Self-pride.
I was kid and I watch and now I'm doing it. So you feel like
I got so many damn doubters all up in my shit. All this sauce, it got me walking with all of this drip. It didn't take much for my head.
Right? If that's really what you want to do, bet on yourself. If I just would have bet on myself earlier, this would have ramped up a lot faster, at a faster rate. I don't know that it would have ramped up any better, but it would have done it at a faster rate. No, it's just like I'm always risk adverse, so smaller buildings before these big. This is a 10,000 square foot building, and we're looking for 30 or 40,000 square feet now. The buildings in the other places are 3,000 to 4,000 square feet to 6,000. I just would have bet, not overextended myself credit wise, but I would have bet on myself to say, hey, we can do it. The guys are going to come to us. We're going to deliver a product that's over the top, and that way they'll keep sending their teammates, or agents will keep sending their players, or financial planners, because we don't oversell them, keep sending us guys. Because financial planners typically hate this market because we're dealing in depreciating assets, right? We're the antithesis of what they want to do. They want to take the players' money and make money on it. So what we try to do is, develop strategies and, advise them car-wise of stuff that will depreciate at a slower rate than other things.
Sometimes it doesn't even depreciate certain classic cars.
Oh yeah, they do. Certain cars don't, but I mean, if a guy's got one car, he just got drafted. Like the number one pick for the Pirates was in here the other day, and he was like looking for cars. You're not suggesting that kid that didn't have a car to get a classic car, because what's good about old cars is that they're always going to break.
That's so true.
No matter what you do to them, they're going to break. I mean, there's a $300 and some $1,000 Mustang with every part on it brand new. We've had to replace 6 or 7 parts on it that were brand new out of the box that didn't work.
It's crazy.
It just happens, right?
So what does your day-to-day look like now as a business owner, running multiple stores? You said?
Yeah. So we'll do all the purchasing out of this store, do all the invoicing out of one store, and it's you wear a whole lot of hats, right? As a business owner, you Boris, you wear a whole bunch of hats. You may be sales guy 1 minute, talking to a new customer. You may be, confidant, talking to a longtime customer that's a friend. You may be setting up strategies, you know, with other businesses. Like we just inked a deal to be the lone distributor for Struck Grills for this state and a couple others. Well, Struck Grills used to be one of the most expensive grills on the planet at $10,000 a watt. You know, so you never know what you're going to do. That's the nice thing, is that I'm not ever doing the exact same stuff either.
Same.
You know,
I
you
totally
come in,
understand.
yeah. Like when you're doing it, you get to cut one high and tight.
Yeah.
You get to cut one long.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love what I do. That's because of it. And I also get to see a final product every 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then that's
That's me personally, at least.
So I like the final product, but sometimes those things are months coming. You know.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, and sometimes they're quick.
It does depend on the job.
But
for sure.
it's exactly what you do if you boil it down to what are you trying to deliver? You're trying to deliver a great haircut and a good experience.
Very true.
I'm trying to deliver a great experience and a great car.
That's true.
Every single time.
Totally
And if
agree.
we give somebody a better experience than somewhere else, they're going to tell their friends about us.
So, what is it about having the shop that really keeps you coming and staying? You know, you can sell it, you can do a whole lot of other things.
Yeah,
but you're in a
I mean,
position,
we've been offered multiple millions of dollars to sell out our business. I just don't know what I'm going to go do. I like it. I like.
right? That fills you up about it.
I don't have a real job. I go to college games, pro games, search for new clients, and build cars. This isn't a real job. I'm my 10-year-old kid all over. He's playing sports and playing with Hot Wheels. I'm the grown-up version of my 10-year-old kid.
Very true. No, honestly, that's very true, because we always say, like, you want to live within your inner child, because your inner child is the biggest dreamer that you have.
Right? And if you can actually make a living doing that, like I don't think I could make a living coloring with crayons, but, you know, like, make a living.
I mean, it depends on what market you're in. If you're in an NFT market,
Yeah.
it's a whole different story.
Right,
Nowadays.
right. No, but I think that's it. I mean, I'm my kid all grown up doing the exact same stuff. My Hot Wheels are a little bigger, you know. Shout out to Aaron at Hot Wheels, who's always looking out for my kid, you know, and you know it's not a bad deal. Yeah, there could be worse things. I could be working on a ranch, or I could be digging a ditch somewhere. This is not too bad.
Didn't you grow up on a ranch?
Grew up in Oklahoma, close enough.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
If you can leave one legacy behind, what would it be? This would be probably like our final question in a sense.
I think, you know, you talk about legacies, like do guys leave businesses, do guys leave land, do leave multiple homes for their kids. I think my wife has already done the legacy for my kid, not in any of those around, but she's taught him to be a good person. He's kind to all the other kids. He's nice to the other kids, you know, whether they play sports with him or not. And if you can have your kid be a better version of you, that's a great legacy to leave.
I totally agree. I like that answer. I really do. Jim, pleasure, always.
Always. Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
I appreciate
I really
it.
do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for coming and doing all this.
Thank you guys for watching Fabulous Reality, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode.
What you been about? All that time we spent apart, they got me healing now. Yeah, if I think about it, I just write it down. For their thoughts, man, that shit'll never